Hi everybody, it's Trinisha, and I know it's been a couple of weeks, so my apologies. I do have a great video for you guys today, and it's titled Being Completely Naked in Your Marriage. So ironically today, I had two different conversations with two different married women, and they were very similar in content. So isn't that funny how God works? He puts the right things on your mind so you can share with other people. So the first conversation I had was with a wife, and she was upset because they're on a tight budget. You know, they've got a baby, they've got bills to pay, and she's looking at the budget, thinking about what bills need to be paid, what bills she can afford to pay, and how long it is until her next payday, and how long it is until her husband gets paid again. So she's looking at the calendar. She's counting days and days. Okay, I've got this many days until payday, and I can pay this and I can pay that, and I'll have this much money left. But what her husband did not tell her is that he actually had cash on him. So he had enough cash money to get them through to the next payday, but he didn't tell her about it. She found out. She found the money. So this really upset her because she's thinking if she had known that they had extra money, she would have budgeted a little differently. She would have maybe paid some things a little sooner and maybe just done things a little bit different. It would have kind of changed the plan. So she was upset because her husband wasn't transparent about the amount of money that they had. He was kind of hiding money from them. So the second conversation I had was a little bit different, but it was still in regards to trust and transparency. So this wife, she says they are working on being better stewards of their money and not being not buying so many things that are fun or so many things that they necessarily want but don't need. Just being a little bit smarter with their money and saving a little bit more. So she says she's been working on that with her husband and everything, trying to lead a clean lifestyle. And she found out that he bought a kind of expensive toy. And he didn't tell her. She found out about it, and she was really upset. She was really hurt because she says that we were supposed to be doing this together. And I felt like he went behind my back and did this. And it's just about being transparent and being honest. So when I think about transparency and honesty, I think back to Genesis, the book of Genesis in the Bible, and it's kind of like the first glimpse of God giving us to the first imperfect marriage. So Adam and Eve, they were created for each other, and they were naked. They weren't ashamed. Just like it says in Genesis 2:25. Now the man and his wife were both naked but felt no shame. So this goes beyond us being naked sexually in our marriages, being naked physically in our marriages. It also goes a little bit deeper than that. It's about being, more vulnerable with each other, more honest, more transparent. And there are things that I know we keep from our husbands, and I know our husbands keep from us, but is that necessarily the right decision? We have to have enough trust in our spouse to know that if we told them something, no matter what it is, that the marriage is strong enough to take it, that that you can survive the truth. The truth shouldn't be so bad where you sacrifice your marriage for it. And you've got to trust that you and your husband have the kind of relationship where you can be open and honest with each other, even if it does hurt the other person. It's just about that transparency. You've got to have it, because wouldn't you rather know from your spouse what the truth is instead of finding out about it a little bit later? Because it completely changes the dynamic of that secret. You wonder, what else are they hiding from you? Can you trust them? And different things like that. So don't sacrifice a secret for your marriage, because if you aren't transparent with them, it can really hurt your marriage more than you may have intended. So let's all think about the things that we could tell our husbands, the things that they could tell us, and kind of have a conversation with each other and sit down and talk about, you know, babe, I'm sorry, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. And it might be something small, it could be something big, but don't let it interrupt your marriage, okay? So that's all I wanted to tell you guys, and I want everybody to have a great day.